So last week I was looking for estate sales online, and I found this local auction. Basically, instead of holding an estate sale in person, this company lists everything online for people to bid on, and then has you pick it up all on one day. I've only bought from them a couple times in the past, but when I saw the items for sale in this auction, I knew that I was going to be bidding on a lot of this stuff. This sale had absolutely everything from vintage video games, toys, household items, clothing, collectibles, purses. It was one of the best sales I've ever seen. Everything went for pretty reasonable prices. However, some of the prices got higher than I was willing to pay, so unfortunately I didn't get everything I wanted, but even then I got some really awesome items, and I'm really excited to show you everything I got. So let's get into the video. So it's a couple of days later, and I went through everything that I bought. There's a couple of things back behind me, plus there's an entire bin full of stuff that I'm gonna send off to the yard sale because it's not super interesting. I bought 5 lots at this auction for a total of $92.67. So I'm gonna start with the price that I paid in the right-hand corner, and then as I go through things, I'm gonna see how good of a deal I really got by keeping track of how much everything is worth. I'm gonna start with this Kermit the Frog because if you've been watching the channel for a little bit, you know that I love the Muppets. This came in a lot of toys, and honestly, this is the only reason I bought that lot, which I'm so glad that I did. In the picture, you can't really tell what this is, and so I was just kind of taking a chance because I knew that based on everything else that it was probably vintage, and it was probably going to be worth getting. After fees and taxes, I paid $19.26 for this lot. So I expected like a basic vintage Kermit plush. I didn't expect anything fancy, just a basic plush that I could put in my collection since I have a huge Muppets collection. But it turns out that on the ride home, I figured out that this was actually an Eden music box. And if you turn this key in the back here, he actually plays the Rainbow Connection on a music box. That's crazy. Also, filming that video, I just realized that his head moves too. I'm actually so excited about this. This is definitely my favorite part of this lot, but it's not the most valuable by any means. Comps are kind of all over the place. There's a couple of best offers, so I can't really tell how much they sold for. And then there's a couple listed at a little bit of inflated prices. But if I had to guess, and if I had to sell him, I would say that he's worth probably about $50 plus shipping. Next is this Pinocchio figure. I think he's worth about 10 bucks, but I'm gonna give him to my mom because she said that she wanted him. And he even comes with an extra nose. This one's a little shorter, and then this one's a little longer to make it seem like he's lying. The next thing I got is this nickel. It's just a nickel, but I found it for free in one of the slot machines that came in the big lot of toys. I'm sure this is worth nothing.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
So 5 cents. Also in that big lot of toys, I got this baseball mitt. I'm not actually super experienced in selling baseball mitts. I've never sold one before. I do know that they can be valuable, especially vintage ones. I believe this one is from the 80s or 90s, but based on what I saw online, I can get anywhere from $20 to $50 for this one. So after recording this video, this actually sold the next day for 30 bucks plus shipping. I just realized I never turned on my ring light, so whoops. The next thing I found were these Power Ranger micro toys or something like that. I've looked for a little bit researching these, and I genuinely can't tell what they are. So I'll try to sell them as a lot on eBay. Right now I have them listed for $15 plus shipping. But yeah, these were just in there. Next are these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. These are actually super cool. I believe they made reproductions of these recently, but these are the original ones from the 80s. I'm not exactly sure what this one does. I think his arm is supposed to move. I don't know if he works though. Yeah, I don't know, but I know for sure this one works. So these actually aren't worth much because they don't have any accessories or anything. I looked them up. I could probably get 10 bucks for the both of them. This is a Kung Fu Raphael, I think. Again, not worth much. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to come with more accessories as well. And then this is the coolest one in my opinion. This is Michelangelo, but he shoots pizza. So you put these little pizza discs in and then he goes, oh, there you go, like that. And because they're not worth much, I'm gonna give them to my stepmom who loves Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think she'd get a kick out of these. Also in that bin of toys came all of these Star Wars things. They're honestly pretty cool. I don't watch Star Wars. That might anger some people. Most of them are complete, and I'll probably just sell them all as a big lot. These are from 1996, or at least that's when their copyright is. And not only do I have all of these vehicles, they also come with a lot of the miniatures. As you can see here, there's a little BB-8 in there with, you know, one of the guys. As a lot, I think I could probably get around $50 for all of this stuff. So yes, I still agree that this stuff is worth about 50 bucks, but because I knew I was already gonna make all of my money back, I listed this for $25 plus shipping, and it sold immediately, like right as I listed it. So that's how you know I sold it for pretty cheap. As you can see, they came with a lot of the minifigures, but they also came with these little ships too. So this is a really cool find. And then I'm pretty sure it comes with all of their stands as well, which is pretty cool. This giant Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle also came as a part of that big lot, but I'm gonna save him for the very end because he's worth a lot more than I thought. There were actually 4 jackets like this. The 2 that I bought were Majestic brand, but the other 2 were starter jackets, which are typically worth a lot more money, so they went for a lot more money. I was trying to keep my budget down to under $100, so I didn't end up getting them. But those were pretty good deals as well. All of the clothes were 2XL, which is a really good size for reselling. So this jacket is pretty awesome. It's got the cursive logo on the front and the MLB logo on the back. It's pretty well insulated and it's in great condition, basically brand new without tags. Based on the pictures, I couldn't really tell the condition of these jackets, but going in person and seeing them, they were in great condition. They even has the San Francisco logo on the sleeve. I think I can get at least $100 for this, probably more like $150. The second jacket that I got is actually not really a jacket, it's a pullover. But this is brand new with tags, retail $70. I think because it's brand new with tags and in such a large size, plus I believe it's vintage. If I had to guess, I would say that these jackets are probably from the 2000s, specifically with this logo. It's got the San Francisco logo on the back, the Giants on the front, and this cool ribbed detail on the sleeve. I don't know if you can see that. And I think I can probably get at least $150 for this one. And I only say that because I can't actually find an exact comp for that exact jacket. However, very similar ones have been selling for pretty high prices. The next thing that I bought was this Robo Raptor, but honestly, this was probably my worst purchase from the auction, but I had a ton of fun with it. Oh my God. Let's see if the remote works. Oh boy. For some reason, I was looking at some inflated comps for this thing when I was researching it, when I was bidding on it. I bid $7 for it, and after fees and taxes, it came out to around $9.50. However, really, it's only worth about $30 plus shipping. So for now, I'm just gonna have fun with it, especially since it comes with the remote and it's working. Okay, this item is kind of crazy. It's literally like half of my size. When I was bidding on this online, you couldn't tell how big this was unless you looked at the ruler measurement that they provided in the picture. I also paid around $9.50 for this thing. Totally worth it, by the way, but I'm not sure if I want to deal with shipping it. So this also might end up being a yard sale item. This thing is super cool, but it actually doesn't work. Like, I'll press the button and it doesn't work, so I'm assuming it just needs batteries. It is from, I believe, the 80s or 90s. However, in order to give it batteries, I would have to take it out of the box. So I have a bit of a dilemma, whether I should unbox it and replace the batteries and get it working, because I really want to see this thing dancing, or if I should just leave it in box and sell it as it is. Leave a comment down below on what you think I should do. Honestly, I really want to take it out and put in batteries. I think it would be so funny, but let me know. And then last, but certainly not least, is this giant Leonardo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. This thing is awesome. Again, another thing that in the pictures, I wasn't sure how big it was, and so I wasn't sure if the comps that I was looking at were real or not, but this is indeed the one that I was seeing online. It's got his original sword and his original belt with the initial on it. This guy, in the condition that he's in, goes for over $100. I'm probably gonna list him for about $120, especially after dusting him off a little bit. But because he comes with his sword, the sword alone can sell for upwards of $60. Overall, I'm super happy with my haul. So if you remember from the beginning of the video, I spent $92.67, and based on my calculations in this video, and considering fees and shipping and everything, I should get about $300 of pure profit from this haul. So I have all of this stuff, most of which I have to list on eBay. However, going over here, these are my death piles, which is piles of stuff that I still have to list on eBay. That's a Georgette plush from Oliver & Company. She's worth at least $100, and I got her for $2.99 at Goodwill. This is a Pioneer Woman butter tray. These are a bunch of video games that I have to list on eBay. This I got in the flea market video that will be posted sometime this month. And this is a bunch of cameras that I've just accumulated over the years and need to finally go through and sell, if not clean up for my collection. So I've got a ton of work to do. And most of this stuff, cameras, collectibles, and all of these video games and toys that I'm about to list are gonna be on my eBay store. If you're a subscriber and you're looking forward to more flea market videos, don't worry, I have one that I'm editing right now. They just take a lot longer to make compared to a video like this. If you're interested in similar content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.